Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we have another Eternal video. I know we just did one yesterday too, but I'm having just a blast playing Eternal, so I think it's fine if we do two back-to-back every now and then. We'll come back with another standard video tomorrow, but today we're showcasing Nasus Thresh, which might be the best Eternal deck right now, right? I think most competitive players are probably thinking of playing Nasus in the Eternal Runeterra Open that's coming up next weekend. So I will expect this deck to be very popular amongst all masters and competitive players, and for good reason. This deck is absolutely nuts, right? So you're able to, we got the Curse Keeper. The Abomination got buffed back to 3 health, which makes it like a really good unit that can trade for a lot of different things. And then combine that with the Thresh, with the Battle Feast, and you get and the fast speed Atrocity, and you get Nasus right back to where he belongs, just slamming his thing right on your Nexus. So yeah, hope you enjoy the game. Coming up soon, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOL videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we're gonna get Aphelios and Viktor. This might be a long one. I need to watch out. I like the haste spike. I think it's too early for Nasus. I like the haste spike to kill at Aphelios. This Vakai Reaper and Fading Icon is good. So the reason I like to kick Nasus is because I want to start with a more early game approach. Because this deck can turn very aggressive very quickly if the opponent is not careful. Bloody Caretaker here will be amazing with this Fading Icon. I'm pulling everything away.
Rise.
I'm gonna force you to have the Mystic to kill this. Right? Like, I'm not gonna give you the Fearsome for free. Yeah, like eating up a Thermal, that also works for us. We have a second one. Double Atrocity is really awkward. I don't know that I attack with the Fading Icon. Like, I think I'm chill, just taking, like, oh, I guess I get to push 2 more damage and get to work on the Slay triggers. Yeah, maybe we do go for it. Maybe we attack with it. This is gonna die very easily anyways, so like a big spell. Let's just go here, start working on the Reaper, becoming stronger. We do have the Glimpse, which makes me not feel as bad about the fact that we have double Atrocity in our hand. But it's still not ideal.
Witness glory.
So it is.
I'll trade it. Now that we have the Nasus, I'm down to just work on getting this Nasus as big as possible. Okay, Ballistic. Let's force the Mystic out. I'm willing to do the haste spike, so if the opponent goes Mystic, I'm gonna have the haste spike to kill the Ballistic bot. What is this? What is this? What?
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
If I don't get another unit, I'm so sad. I could play this out. I don't know that I want to. I'm too scared of a Thermal or its Obliterator here for this Nasus to come down this early. So let them just take their stuff. I think I'm gonna bring down the Nasus once it's really big. We have the haste spike. Opponent gets another, because the opponent has a Fallen Comet, right? Opponent has a Fallen Comet from the first Priestess. Almost guaranteed. So I need to also be playing around that. Not to mention Hush, because he's target. This can get my Nasus very big, though. Okay, so opponent didn't have it earlier.
The brighter my light, the stronger your shadow.
Maybe they tried to play the weapon right now. I was debating if I want to play the haste spike right now, but maybe I should have gone for it. I don't know. It's a close call. It's a close call.
Witness glory.
It's a close call. 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 It's a c Like, I should still probably play around the potential for a Mystic Shot or Get Excited. If I had the Battle Feast, maybe we pull the Aphelios here. I think right now we just pull these two and just try to get the Slave Triggers.
System upgrade.
Sure.
I must be known.
Go like this. If you want to trade, I'm fine with that. Okay, so Nasus is at 10 now. So now it's just playing around that Falling Comet. That's gonna happen eventually.
We were peaceful once.
I think I actually prefer playing the first wave like this. The good thing is that opponent's not allowed to play Winding Light or to like tap out of the 6 mana, right? So the opponent's like literally never allowed to play Winding Light. Because I will just play around your Falling Comet. They have 2 Celestial cards, both from Priestess. As long as this Nasus gets to stick and we get the Spell Shield, we should be okay. I will play the Haste Pack right now, just in the opportunity that I can get the Spell Shield right away. I'm forced to have the Mystic Shot.
Prime and ready.
So let's go here. Get Excited, Mystic. Which one? Neither? Alright. That's triple Dust Petal that the opponent has. Fearsome is not what we care about with Nasus.
Can you improve perfection?
Like opponent, like as long as the opponent doesn't tap out of 6,
Destiny awaits.
it's really difficult to do anything. We can play Fading Icon here and still have enough for Nasus if we need it. And it's gonna be a game of chicken. That's the 3rd Celestial card. The problem is that while the opponent's playing, while the opponent's doing this, I'm kind of getting burned out, right? I guess eventually we could go Nasus into Atrocity if we get to 2020 Nasus, because the opponent could easily have the heal.
Disengage. A ticket to the
So the opponent could easily have the heal as well. Need to be careful for that. I wish I had Riot Negation. Wish I had Riot Negation. Yeah, they still don't want to tap out of Falling Comet. We'll pull here, push 3. If the opponent doesn't block this, it gets them to 14, which is still getting a little bit closer to the Nautilus play. Opponent has enough mana to play double Falling Comet this time now. I'm gonna have to probably start throwing away this first Nasus. I think it's correct. I think because of how our hand looks, we could also just go Nasus.
Myself than ever.
Like, I'm not scared here of dying to the opponent's aggression just yet. Opponent's at 14.
system upgrade.
Right? We have blockers for everything because of the praise. We could just glimpse right now too. Maybe that would have been the play.
We stand in
Alright, so do you have the Hush?
long trodden.
Do you have the Hush? If you don't have the Hush, you lose the game right here.
Through death.
Okay, so the thing about this, right, is that if they play the Targon Tailstones, they need 4 mana for Hush. So just like that, we have a level up Nasus and Atrocity kind of waiting on the sidelines. Now, Atrocity doesn't kill them yet, because the opponent could have the heal. If the Falling Comet first, If they fall in Comet, right, I think I'm fine. We'll go here. We're gonna just get Nasus to 20, by the way. We're gonna go Glimpse and then replay this third Nasus. So the opponent falling Comets right here. We're gonna replay the third Nasus, because what I need to play around is the Hush. So I need to play around the Targon Tailstones. Right? So they go Falling Comet. We'll Glimpse the Nasus. And we replay the second Nasus. Yep.
Betrayal buried Shurima. Hope revived it.
The haste spec even lets me get to 20. I need one more, right? I need one more. I guess I don't have to rush it.
Disengaged.
Because I wanna play around the heal. So they could have the 5 mana heal. So now I beat it because it's exactly 19. So I'm able to beat the heal. We have Atrocity.
No, no, no!
Okay, well, now I definitely get to beat the heal.
Is this what you seek?
So let's go to 20. Now we get to play around like a Guiding Touch plus random stuff. If the opponent has double Hush, we want Atrocity right now. If the opponent has double Hush, they have exactly enough mana. Okay, so they tapped out the double Hush. We Atrocity, we win the game. I might have given the opponent a little bit too much time, but because we had triple Nasus in our hand, I knew that I was okay. If the opponent never tapped out of the Falling Comet, we would have never won this game. Because anytime that we play Nasus, opponent would have been able to play that Falling Comet and kill that Nasus. At least until we got a Riot Negation, which we hadn't seen, right? So, almost 100 OP, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Kindred and Norra. So, it's going to be a lot of removal that I need to watch out for. I like the Bakai Reaper. I don't know that the Bow... I guess we're against Bando City, so the Bow is probably important. The Bow... This is what I was looking for. Haste Spike is the most critical part here because it lets us kill the Kindred. Right, so Haste Spike is the most important part, letting us kill Kindred. I'll just drop down my Bakai. And just push the 1 damage now. Okay, opponent plays the Quietus, that's fine. Because we do have the Caretaker, even if the opponent plays a Norra right here. Right? So we'll let that Norra get 1 hit in, and then we'll kick Caretaker to kill her. Opponent's gonna think we have no answer for later, but we'll go ahead and do this. So now we go ahead and kill the Norra, push some damage in the meantime. So it's an Undying deck. I think I've seen this deck running around. Or I saw it on Twitter. I think Cephalopod was the one that mentioned that this deck makes sense. So here we still have the Haste Spike to be able to kill a Kindred if we need to. Oh, that's so good for them. That's actually kind of cute. We have the combo next turn as well. So even if we don't play the Haste Spike right now, we should still be okay. We don't have draw. So it might be a slogfest as we wait for the draw. That's a good hit though. Yeah, it might really be a slugfest as we wait for this draw. But the opponent's gonna just take so much damage. So much damage. Huh. This guy's not helping you block, my friend. Yeah, I mean, if you block this guy, you sacrifice it. Yeah. This is opponent's already at 5 HP, and we haven't even found any of our champions. I love when this deck can just be aggressive like this. It feels so good. Now, that Undying is, you know, doing whatever it needs to do. Cool, cool. Huh. We get the Atrocity. I'll trade this here. I don't mind it. And I just pass. I want to see what the opponent is thinking of doing. Now, we did lose our best Atrocity target, right? By letting that 4-3 die. Opponent's gonna go for the Glimpse. That gives them the portal, right? Oh, well, it's gonna give them the portal next turn. For sure. No Nasus, no Thresh. Feels bad. Maybe opponent thinks that we have it and we're playing around Vengeance. Yeah, so the opponent thinks we're playing around Vengeance. So that's why they didn't do anything there. Unfortunately for us, we literally just have nothing. We have enough for Atrocity, technically, to finish the game. Opponent has to commit at least one more blocker. We get blown out by a Whale. No, that's not true. We have Riot Negation. If the opponent plays a 1 health blocker, I will Battle Feast. Come on, you don't get any of these. Thank you. You're not gonna get any of these portals, right? Norra.
Good look in a book and a cat in a lap.
Wow. Like, do we ever Battle Feast? Do we ever Battle Feast and hope that the opponent has no other blocker? I think so. I think we go like this. Because this is going to be lethal. And we have Riot Negation as a backup to beat a Pokestick. If it's Pythos plus something else, that's a different problem. So that's okay, because now we can go ahead and do this. Yeah, if it's a Pythos, opponent's still able to survive, right? This one is fine. But we can beat the Pythos by going here. So we can beat the Pythos by going like this for the group shot. Because now, even if the opponent has the Pythos or group shot, we still push exactly 5. What a game! Man, what was a triple caretaker for the win? Triple caretaker for the win. Well, that was a fun one. GG's. In this match, we're going against Deep. So in this match, I think we just gotta focus on. I like the Butcher. I like one Butcher because we have a lot of stuff. We have the Fading Icon. We have the 1-drop. We have the Curse Keeper, right? So we have a lot of targets for Butcher to do what he needs to do. I need to make sure that I get a mount call, man. I don't even know that I played the Butcher here. And I didn't expect the Thorny Toad. Yeah, I don't think playing the Butcher there is correct. I'll glimpse this. I think I want to draw early and try to get Nautilus or Thresh. So I'll glimpse it just so that I can try looking for these units. And I need to get my champions before the opponent can potentially level up a Maokai. So I'll go ahead and just slap it here. Okay, and this are Nasus. So the Nasus protects me from potential and I'm gonna attack with both. I think at this point it doesn't matter. You have a Battle Feast, you can kill the Spirit Leash. Okay. I'm fine taking out your lifesteal right now. It's just about getting Nasus as big as possible, right? So that was a whale that we just saw. Okay, fading icon. Great. Second fading icon is amazing. So we can go fading icon here. We probably should have gone for the Bakai Reaper first, though. Opponent's just gonna go all in on going deep quickly. So we can go Bakai. Go here. Opponent has Sith, so opponent has enough for Vengeance, right? So if the opponent has the Vengeance, I have to let that happen. It's always gonna happen, right? If the opponent has Vengeance, they're always killing this Nautilus. The opponent's sea monsters cost 1 less. So this has to be a Vengeance, otherwise we can actually level up the Nasus with the Haste Spike. Okay. I guess we're fine. You have to block somewhere. So the opponent cannot do anything else except block like this. So now this loses to Battlefield here, right? So in order for us to level up this Maokai, we have to go Haste Spike here, because the Battlefield doesn't kill this one, but the Battlefield does kill this. So if we go Battlefield on the Maokai to try to kill it, the opponent just goes and plays Battlefield on my fading icon, right? So to level up the Nasus, Maokai Nautilus, I'm keeping all my names confused. We just sacrifice it. He also stops the heal, and the opponent goes down to 3 HP. So he denies him the heal too, and the opponent goes down to 3 HP. And with Spell Shield, opponent doesn't have a way to kill this with Vengeance anymore. So I think we should be okay. We just have to Battle Feast. Anything? Wow, opponent goes deep. Opponent does go deep here. So we can Battle Feast. We can Battle Feast this guy. The problem is that the opponent shouldn't have any other sea monsters that really matter. Because their Devour still costs 1. Wait, are you gonna really give me the Nautilus? There's no way, right? There's no way you give me this Nautilus, right? So I need to be able to. If we go like this, we get to kill the Nautilus, and we still have Haste Spike to beat the Battlefield. So we still have the Haste Spike to beat the Battlefield. I guess we got Glimpse instead. No, we needed the Haste Spike to do the damage. Because, yeah, we needed the Haste Spike to do the damage to the Nautilus for us to be able to kill him. Because we only go up to 12 here. Or 13, sorry, which is not enough to get to the top. So we needed to be able to get to 14, and I didn't want to risk it.
We grow wiser with each victory.
I guess we could have killed, like, it would have been the same way. We needed to do the Haste Spike. I know that for a fact. We needed to do the Haste Spike. We couldn't do the Glimpse. The Glimpse would have been enough. We could have done the Haste Spike on their Ephemeral and the Battlefield on the Maokai, and that would have done it. But yeah, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Nasus Kindred. So Nasus Thresh versus Nasus Kindred. I'm down to just go super aggressive on them. I like the Haste Spike. I don't know if we need Nasus this early. Like, I think I want to go more aggressive on them. Like, I prefer to go stuff like Glimpse here. Okay, we get the Doggo back anyways. I might just do I want to block that? That's what I'm debating right now. Let's trade it. Let's not take the damage. See if the opponent has the Battlefield. I guess I shouldn't play the fading icon just in case. Because at least I can have the Haste Spike later on. Okay. Even if the opponent has one battle phase, we still get the Butcher value. We have double haste spike for the Kindred, even if the opponent has one battle phase. So I'm just chilling here. If the opponent tries to battle phase first, we just beat them with the haste spikes, and if they take 6, I'm cool with this. Do we go for it now? I think we go for it now. I think we go for it here, because the opponent's not gonna have a battle phase for this. And that way we keep the second haste spike in our hand. And Nasus is already at 7. Opponent's gonna have a hard time dealing with this stuff. I'm gonna choose to draw here.
Without the other.
I'm losing to double battle phase. What if we actually choose to go like this? And just give this tough so that we can actually haste spike and kill the Kindred. Right? So now we're allowed to go for this haste spike here. And opponent cannot punish us with a battle phase. If we did it the other way, we would have been punished, and we get the tough anyways for the Nasus. Of course, opponent could have Vengeance here, and Vengeance will make me sad, but at least we get one Nasus out of the way. At least we have one Nasus on the field. Like, opponent has to Vengeance this, because this Nasus is bigger than their Nasus. Because the haste spikes have put a lot of value on us. The Vengeance. Crumble? Alright, I did not play around the crumble, so I guess we have to just glimpse. That's a punish. If I was playing around crumble, I would have done the Nasus until afterwards. Until after I had another unit so I can punish with a haste spike. Crumble. Alright. Didn't play around it. So, no Riot negation. It's a little bit awkward. I'm gonna start with the Bakai because it allows me to still play Nasus if the opponent taps out of removal.
Forgetting is death to an immortal.
Okay.
Through the ages, the mortals know what awaits them. Few can know what death and eternity hold in store.
I'll attack, right? I'll attack here, get the spell sheet if the opponent doesn't have a Vengeance. Alright, so we just win the game here now, right?
The expanse of eternity.
We have a leveled up Nasus with spell shield. So now I don't have to worry about like a Vengeance or anything like that. And opponent's about to have 1 HP more before we kill them. We could have lethal right now, actually. So we're gonna go like this. This allows me to commit lethal. Opponent can never tap out of removal, and I can never tap out of Atrocity. So it's gonna be a game of chicken now. Whoever taps out of the mana first. Yep. I have to keep the 7 mana, and opponent has to always keep the 6 mana. And now we have Riot negation to go with it, so we're chilling. Alright, so we go here. And that's game. Even if opponent has a battle phase, we can battle phase right back. Or we can just haste spike too, so GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Elise Kalista. So some sort of like fearsome, aggressive deck. I like the do I actually like the Caretaker? We're not attacking on turn 3. I definitely prefer the Curse Keeper and Butcher combo, right? We still got the Caretaker anyways, and now we have the Fading Icon to combine with it. This hand is really good, because I'm gonna get a lot of fearsome blockers. So even if the opponent is playing some sort of fearsome deck, I don't think they'll be able to combat the Butcher and the Abomination. Yeah. I'm gonna attack with both before the opponent can have a Kalista on the field that could potentially get leveled up. So I'll give them the trade, knowing that it's just gonna get my Nasus bigger. So we'll go ahead and do it this way. Just work on leveling up our Nasus while also pushing damage, because opponent ended up not chump blocking with the 1-1. And that's the reason why, because now we have Atrocity. Alright, cool. I can still trade with both. I can still trade with both. And now we get Caretaker and we get to kill them both anyways. While also pushing a ton of damage. This is not looking great. I think opponent's supposed to be the aggressive deck. And we're still at 20 HP. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. I feel bad a little bit. Because our hand was actually crazy. And look, not only are we getting the aggressive hand, but we also have the way to finish up the game. Huh. Wow. So there's two things that we can do here. I guess I just pull everything. If the opponent blocks anything else but the Caretaker, they're dying to the Bile Feast. But if they block the Caretaker, they're taking 7 damage. Yeah, so now we can just Bile Feast Kalista. Like if you were gonna block, I guess this forces me to have the ping, right? And there it is. Now the opponent can go a glimpse here. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I'm a 9-9 already, and it's not even turned 6 yet. They get the spiders. Okay. Let's go here. And then we'll play the winds and the waves. Get Nasus to 10. And then just level up Nasus. I guess he's gonna get to 10 anyways once we attack, but yeah. I guess the opponent could be playing Vengeance, right? Maybe they have a Vengeance that we don't know about. They need a Fearsome blocker. Wait, if we just pass... Alright, let's say that the opponent is playing Vengeance. By passing, we just win the game. Because opponent has to Vengeance and they have to answer to our Atrocity. These Streaking Spinners don't matter to us. Yeah, so the Spinners don't really matter to us. We have 13, so we can actually go Siphoning Strike and Atrocity, but I think I'm gonna go about it this way instead. That way we can have a second Nasus. I think it's better probably to have a second Nasus. I don't think opponent's winning this anyways. Like, they're gonna have to commit their Vengeance right here. They don't have enough for double Vengeance. So they don't have enough for double Vengeance. Okay, see, so whatever the opponent is that they have in their hand, I'm assuming that that's a Vengeance, right? I guess if it is a Vengeance, they should have just tried it. So it probably wasn't, because otherwise the opponent would have surrendered. But the moment that they gave me that pass and just lost that 6 mana, I know that I can just pass and just have Atrocity, right? So GG's. In this match, we're going against Timelines, Jax Vi. I like one fading icon. I actually don't dislike the haste spike. But maybe not this early, because the haste spike is vulnerable to their mystic shots. Opponent's looking for the Timelines. We get the Atrocity. We can go fading icon plus butcher and just start putting pressure. Opponent didn't get Timelines, so he helps us out. Yeah, I'm just gonna put pressure on you, friend. If you have a Mystic Shot, you want to do it now. Yeah, if you have a Mystic Shot, you want to do it now, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because I still got the value from having that Butcher to buff up my Nasus. My hand is horrible, though. Like, my hand is actually horrible. And opponent gets to heal back up anyways. Why did we glimpse this? Why did we just glimpse this? While the opponent has no mana for a Mystic. That works. Right? Because I think our goal in this game is gonna be to get this Nasus as big as possible. And the way to do that is just by fighting things that we can use to slay. So this is Nasus already at 6 and potentially 7 once we kill this blacksmith. If the opponent does nothing because they have another Mystic, I'm okay eating up the second Mystic. Get excited, that's even better, right? So like, opponent is so scared of losing their blacksmith that they have to get excited at ephemeral unit. So now what? I guess buy here is a little bit problematic. Nope. Okay, we get to play the trash. We get to play the trash. We probably don't want to play the Nasus though, right? This tells me that the opponent has like a Mystic Shot or get excited, right? So since the opponent has another Mystic Shot or get excited, I really don't want to play this Nasus until I know that the opponent doesn't have enough for like double get excited. So I'm gonna just go here, just kill this now, force the opponent to Mystic this, but he's still letting me get the Slay on the Nasus. Yep, there's the second get excited, just like we said, right? So now we can get the Slay on the Nasus, and Nasus is out of range of like Aftershock and get excited. Like if the opponent has all burn in their hand, the Nasus is safe. And we have a second Nasus, so we can bunk Avi. And we should be okay.
Fix anything with anything. I'll prove it.
Yeah, so we play Nasus here. So even if the opponent has a Avi, we just bunker and we're okay. Just like how we said, and then we go here, and that should be the game. That's the only thing that will have punished her, right? With the quick attack. That's why it was safe for us to play this Nasus.
Through death, growing power.
Get back here!
Opponent's not allowed to attack. So opponent's not allowed to attack. Otherwise, they level up my Nasus. We can play trash next turn and just pull that Jax.
If I serve as an example.
Hey, we can even battle piece the Castaway. So we just need to play trash. We can pull a Jax, or we can even pull a vibe. The opponent has another one, but she's gonna be okay. Just like, I guess opponent knows exactly what they need to do. Doesn't matter, right? We'll go like this. We'll kill the buy. We can bow piece the Jax. The Nasus is gonna be leveled up. And the opponent loses the Jax. Mystic? Okay. So they chose to lose the Jax because they could have Mystic Shot this Caretaker. They chose to lose the Jax and not take the damage. And opponent has no idea we have another Thresh in our hand. Like, that's the only downside in this matchup, right? You just have to play around the buy. And we did exactly that. Oh, actually, we're at 15, so we just have Atrocity lethal. We just have Atrocity lethal regardless because we traded with enough units. Captain in Dari.
We get paid.
Exactly 15. GG's. Yeah, Atrocity, you know, this deck is kind of unfair sometimes. So, hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games. A lot of fun there with Nasus Thresh. We got to kind of see it all. We got to see the typical way that you finish games with Nasus, which is just going to be Nasus into Atrocity that's really hard for most opponents to deal with, but we also got to see the aggressive nature of this deck. That's the deceiving part about this deck and what makes this deck so good, that it can also be really aggressive early on because of the combination of Curse Keeper into Butcher or Curse Keeper into Blighted Caretaker with the Baccarat Reaper on turn 1. Like any of those openings where you go Baccarat Reaper, Curse Keeper, or Fading Icon into then having Butcher and Blighted Caretaker can take almost any opponent out, because it's going to be really hard for the opponent to deal with how many units and just how much damage you're pushing early on. So it's not only just Nasus into Atrocity, but also an aggressive side of this deck that's very underrated, that does what it needs to do, right? This deck, there's a reason why I think it's the best deck in Eternal right now. I've been using it to climb. I'm still making a lot of misplays, and you might have seen some misplays in some of the games today as well. I think I'm still learning it. I never was a Nasus Thresh player, so I never got as much experience with Nasus Thresh as other players might have. And I think it's a deck that does take a while to really learn the ins and out, understanding what to mulligan, understanding what to keep in certain matchups. For now, based on the limited experience that I have with the deck, I will say that the mulligans that I like the most are the ones where you can go on aggressive stuff, right? Because the more damage you push to the opponent Nexus early on, the more likely you are to be able to win with Atrocity later in the game, and the more slays that you get for Nasus. So what I mean by aggressive start is how we talked about. We want to have Curse Keeper or Fading Icon, right? We want to have Baccarat Reaper. We want to have Butcher. I usually like to actually keep one Butcher just because we have a lot of ways to actually get the Butcher on the field, where there is the Wings, the Curse Keeper, or the Fading Icon. So I tend to keep one Butcher in my hand. Baccarat Reaper for sure, because that helps us a lot with the early aggression. It's a fearsome unit. And then, like I said, Curse Keeper, Fading Icon. If you already have like a Curse Keeper, maybe I'm keeping the Caretaker, especially if I'm attacking on turn 3. Then I'm definitely doing that, right? If I'm attacking on odds and I see a Curse Keeper plus Caretaker in my hand, that's it. The game is gonna be over, because that means I'm gonna be pushing a lot of damage. If I'm attacking on events, then it's better to go Curse Keeper into Butcher, right? So again, this Butcher and the Caretaker can enable so much in terms of the aggression that you end up doing early on. So early on, just looking for all my units, all my early units, to just push a ton of damage. Definitely not the Spirit Leash, and you have to be careful about keeping the Caretaker unless you already have something that you can sacrifice with it, because you don't want to be stuck having 2 Caretakers in your hand. But for sure, you want to go for all these early cards. The Wings, maybe not as important, but Butcher, Reaper, Curse Keeper, Fading Icon, you go there. Then, once you get the early damage and you transition into the mid-game, that's when you just want to start working on your Thresh, and you want to start working on getting a lot of draw and controlling the opponent's board with Haste Spike, etc., right? So you transition to Thresh, and then on turn 7, turn 8, or even turn 6 sometimes, that's when you transition to Nasus. So we kind of go aggressive, and then Thresh, and then Nasus, and that's how most of your games are going to usually go if you're drawing properly with the deck. Yeah, that's as simple as that. Now, Nasus is great, right, once he levels up against a spell shield, because then you have Atrocity that is very hard for the opponent to deal with. But just be careful. You saw against that Viktor Aphelios deck how long I took before I actually jumped on the Nasus, just because I knew that the opponent had the removal, the Falling Comet, etc. But once we were able to jump on that Nasus and just have him be a 20 power, there was nothing that the opponent could have done to actually stop the Atrocity, because they cannot overheal past 20. So some games you might have to play it really slow like that if the opponent has removal for Nasus. If they don't have removal for Nasus, then you can just drop that Nasus and just say the opponent, now what, you know? Because it's going to be really hard for them to deal with a big Nasus if you have gotten enough slays throughout the game. Aside from that, remember that Haste Spike can be really good at getting slay triggers, especially if you sacrifice one of your own units as well as kill the opponent. That gives you 2 slay triggers, and also really good at leveling up your Thresh. That's why Haste Spike is a 3-off in this deck. Buff is amazing against aggro. That's probably the one spell I will keep if I'm going against an aggressive deck that I know Battlefields can kill. Haste Spike is good against Kindred decks, as you saw today too. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of all the tips I can think of. Just be patient. Don't get, like, you're putting the opponent on a clock, right, between Nasus and Atrocity. So don't get too jumpy and try to just do Atrocity or play Nasus too early, unless you know that you're in a good position to do so. So yeah, let the opponent be the one to take the action first. But anyways, that'll be it for me today. Again, we'll come back with another standard gameplay video tomorrow. I'm thinking it's actually going to be Seraphine and Samira, because I actually never played that PNC Nasus game, Nasus deck, surprisingly. So yeah, hope to see you for that tomorrow. If you liked this video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch, September we stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are in the description below. No, okay. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this Nasus Thresh showcase. And if you want to climb, I recommend this deck. I'll see you all tomorrow.